Right. Ooh, jeez, that is loud. That is very loud. Right. Where are we? Myst. Okay. I have pen and paper, so I'm prepared now for whatever may come. Uh, let's try and. You have to put together just stuff in this game. So last time we learned, like, you can go in here. God, this, it is very angular. It does not allow you to do circular motions with the analog stick. It is very digital. Okay, so we have to work out the what do you call it? The tower. The tower has an alignment that matters. I don't know what it is yet. I've read a couple of these. Which one of these did I read? I was determined that would be a different. No, I haven't read this one. Before arriving in this age, I was determined that it would be a journey to a world very different from my previous adventures. And it was. The sky here is dark and grey and incessantly displays flashes of lightning in the distance. I met a very old man with a long beard and hair that hangs to his waist. He is very feeble and has trouble even moving. This man has obviously been through very many things in this strange world, and I have learned many things from him. He has told me an interesting story of this world's history. Years ago, he told me there was a beautiful city that rose up out of the water. It housed many people inside its walls, and the people had everything they wished for. The city was surrounded by 3 high hills, which rose higher than the city. On the east hill... Wait, no, I went backwards by mistake. On the east hill of the city rested a large lookout post. The people of the city had constructed the posts expecting visitors to arrive from the east. The people had no means of travelling on the water, which forced them to merely wait for friend or foe. As time passed, friendly visitors brought rumours of an enemy that existed beyond the horizon. The lookout post's attempts at peace were turned away, and the sentries there were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city. Hold on, wait, did that... That kind of jumped ahead, didn't it? Jumped ahead from rumours of an enemy to the enemy arriving. Were easily overwhelmed. The ships continued to wreak havoc on the city, apparently destroying everyone and everything. After the foundations of the city were destroyed, the city sunk deep into the ocean and only the lookout post remained. The black ships sailed away. The man continued to say that 8 people had hidden and managed to survive through the attack. In the 9 years since the attack, 2 of the survivors had died. He also said that it was rumoured that 10 years from the attack the enemy would return to finish the destruction they started so long ago. That's very precise. Like, wait, just stay and finish. Oh, come back in 10 years. Why? I've decided, since hearing the man's story, it would be admirable to save this civilization and stop this enemy's plan of destruction. I am excited about the adventure that awaits me, and an idea has sparked in my mind to provide the needed defense for these people. I met the remaining survivors today, and I have begun work on a plan for protection. Right, that is a thing. After a short absence, I have returned to this age with my 2 sons. They have, as of yet, travelled rarely with me, and they are understandably excited to be here. They've grown considerably since Everdunes, and it is already obvious to me that they will be a great help this time, instead of the nuisance they have been in the past. Fucking children. All 3 of us, along with 4 of the healthier survivors, began construction today. We are building upon the old city's ruins, which will provide a perfect foundation for our fortress. My sons have been spending much of their spare time on the South Island, where most of my materials are stored. I'm very pleased with their intelligence and their creativity. Click that by mistake. And their creativity is refreshing to see, as they work on some small projects of their own. And that's steps going down into something. Are they spikes coming up, or It has been over 4 months now and construction is going well. My sons love the world except for its grey sky. They detest the grey sky and tell me many times that they wish the sky here were like the blue sky in Myst. The old man I first talked to tells me that the enemy is due in 4 months. I feel we will be ready when the time comes. The man reminds me of Emmett in many ways, and I often wonder how Emmett and his people are doing. I don't know who they are. They might have been in a different book. It has been 6 months of work and we have finally finished the fortress. It rests between the 3 hills, which are now only islands due to a rising water level that the people experienced after the attack. Inside the fortress I have designed a most intriguing device. It makes use of a technology called holography. I began experimenting with on my visits to Appermere. There's a holograph here. Is this the island he's talking about? It will be working in a couple of days after I compensate for some small miscalculations. This holographic device will enable the survivors to learn to use the fortress. The enemy is due to come soon, and I trust the fortress will provide sufficient protection for us all. Okay. Does that say track? The black ships have come. Their attack was substantial. Their weapons have been stopped and it appears they have turned away in defeat. I could not help but smile as I watched the boats leave. Last night we had a small celebration and the old survivors danced their dances of old. My sons did not understand why the sky had not turned back to its original blue. The old man told them that the storms would never end until the enemy was destroyed. I assured my sons that a blue sky was not worth the risk of death, and they seemed to hear me. Have had a healthy adventure and had begun work on it. He said, they seem to hear me, have had a healthy adventure and have begun to work on a new book. Once again I must leave a familiar age in search of a new universe I have begun. But first I will have an extended time with Catherine, whom I miss very much. I must also return to the people of the tide. While in my travels I may have found a substance that will ease the pain of their bone ailments that they have long endured. I hope to return to mechanical age one day and find the population growing and my fortress still strong. The sky may always be black. I am confident the people here feel a heavier darkness has been lifted from their shoulders. Okay. Is this the one I read? No. Is this the one I read? Alright, Emmett was the first to live on the rocks. He named them the rocks because that is what they were. A group of sharp rocks clustered together in the middle of a large sea. This was where Emmett lived. He enjoyed his life. Emmett would occasionally swim to nearby rocks as if it was never too far of a distance. One day another person appeared on the rocks, for no apparent reason to Emmett. Emmett named this new person Branch. Emmett and Branch quickly became friends, swimming and hunting for fish together, often. Emmett showed Branch the simple cave in which he lived on the largest rock. Soon, Branch discovered a place where he decided to live, also on the same large rock. The sun always shone brightly in their world, and the water was always dazzlingly clear, allowing them to see almost to the deep ocean floor which surrounded them. That is fucking terrifying. Though the sun always shone, it was never too hot for the boys. A light breeze always came from the north and cooled the area down. One day, while Branch was swimming and having fun in the water, he noticed another boy swimming. Branch brought the new boy to Emmett to find out what to call the new boy. Emmett said the boy should be called Will. Will was soon a part of the group, and all 3 of the boys swam and enjoyed their perfect world. At least, that is the story I was told when I arrived today on the island. Emmett, Branch and Will were surprised to see me at first, but even before the night ended we were all becoming good friends. Today, the second day on this newly created age, a strange thing happened. It was not strange to me, but the 3 boys did not understand what was happening. While I was relaxing under a large tree on one of the smaller rock islands, it began to rain. It was a nice rain that lasted for about an hour in the morning. I explained to the boys that the rain was not harmful, yet they obviously still feared it. Before going to sleep tonight, I told the boys I would leave the following day. I told them that while I was gone, I would make a surprising change in their world. They didn't understand, not that I expected them to. I still do not fully understand what happened today. I was experimenting with the art, testing the limits of the rules as dictated to me by Father. I attempted to create a boat by writing it into the world. I thought everything was planned correctly, yet somehow the boat had become gripped by the rock and broken in half. Although this test did not turn out as I had hoped, I now have answers to a few of the questions my father never answered. As for the boat, I can see the boys enjoy it anyway, and with that I am pleased. They have played on it all day. Even though the boat cannot move, I have enjoyed studying from it. It is a much sturdier platform than jagged rocks. In the course of my observations, I have learned some very interesting things regarding the solar system of this age. It's a lamp. The nights are absolutely beautiful here. I have made note of and named a number of constellations that pass above me. Also, during the night I catch glimmers of light from the horizon, which I have not been able to discover it is created by some natural phenomenon or by additional people on far-off islands or rocks. I should very much like to discover which. I rather suspect it is additional people, which would explain the appearance of Branch and Will. The rain today was slightly heavier than usual. Just when the boys were getting used to light rains, a small storm arrived. They were frightened of the heavier rain, not to mention the thunder and lightning. If rain has never fallen here until recently, the boys tell me, I would like to discover why it is falling now. Regardless, I have decided to return home for a short while. I have also been thinking of some plans for a lighthouse that I hope to construct soon. I think that perhaps by shining a bright light toward the horizon, it might prove my suspicions regarding additional inhabitants. They'd be curious about the light and travel to discover its source, if they have the means. I returned with many tools that I will need for construction of the lighthouse. I've decided that once the lighthouse is completed, I will leave for some time and let the world's own imagination have control. We have worked 3 weeks on the lighthouse now and are making great progress. The rock that we are building on seems to not be as secure as I would like. I have had to alter my plans slightly, but those alterations pose no real problem. The boys are quite strong and have been helping me immensely. I estimate construction will be done within 2 days. The lighthouse is finished and we are all proud of our creation. The boys are amazed at the structure wrought from rock with their own hands. That evening we powered up the generator, much to the boys' dread at first, and shined a great light to the horizon for many hours. I stayed the night in the top of the lighthouse and in the morning woke to observe the sunrise. Well, my being coated with the chilly blanket of ocean dew I had become accustomed to. It was Will who first saw the girl. She was swimming not far from the boat where Will was getting ready to hunt for fish. Then Will noticed a man not far away from the girl. Emmett was very pleased to meet the additional neighbours. I feel pleased to leave this age. I have set in motion events that have nothing to do with writing or the art that will have a more profound impact on this world than I could have ever written. I think of this age as a gift to myself that I will wrap up and open someday in the future, only to discover that it has changed so much that indeed it is a surprise. Besides, I have yet another new age that awaits me. It seems I'm going to need some way to travel underwater in this new age, and so much planning is in order. This... Oh, keeps going. Jesus. It has been 10 years since I left this age, which I have since called the Stone Ship Age. Upon returning, I cannot believe the changes that have taken place. The original 3 boys have grown into adults, and there are many new faces that I do not recognize. Branch told me that it was not rained for 7 years, and the cool breezes are back again. They are all very content and have been serving me with new foods and showing me new materials they have discovered. It even seems they have found gold somewhere. I see it in many forms around the island. My lighthouse has been kept in perfect condition, and it looks as if they have tried their very best to keep it so. Yet I have noted that the entire rock it was built on has sunk approximately 40 or 50 centimeters. After a wonderful visit with my old friends, I wonder aloud with them what things will be like here in another 10 years. Okay. Should I be making notes of some of these things? Like, what's this? This is a constellation. And there's an observatory thing for constellations. Something is falling. Right, so that's that kind of star. 3 dots like that. That kind of star. That kind of star. And a dot there. And an anchor. Okay. Making notes. Oh, great. There's a load of them too. Okay, so that's the anchor. This is going to be the eye. Dot there, and then two of these hash stars kind of next to each other. Another one is hash with two dots next to it. What looks like a shooting star. Two dots here. Big bright hash there. And that's a snake. Next, ooh, a spider of some sort. Is that a spider? No, it's only got 6 legs. This is a dot there, dot there, dot dot. Hash, small hash, dot, small hash, larger hash, and that's an insect with 6 legs. This one is a cross. God, Jesus, there are a lot of these. That's 6 so far that I've taken down. Alright. On to the next bird of some description. Dot 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 star hash 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 dot, and that is a bird. Ah, last one, I hope. Dot dot dash dot dash dash. Kind of a shooting star dash. That's just a leaf. Okay, I think that one's done. This, did I read this one? No, I can't remember which one I read last time. I called this age Chanawood, and it is a very different world, though it is exactly how I imagined it. It is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappear into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one on which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the waters below us were changing colours. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange, then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water I hardly noticed that we arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 metres above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower plinths, jints, to the village level, approximately halfway up to the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. Oh, it's a TARDIS. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the centre of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least, he appeared to be the leader, for he sat a metre off the floor in a thick throne, which is I could see why you'd make that assumption. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colourful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least to some extent he appeared human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely grey, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise! Shortly thereafter I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I look forward to learning more. It's written in red. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own language in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers lived high above the humans, in the trees, one would assume. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings, which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me, although many details are very unclear in my mind. I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own. Yet the old man believes in the truth of the story as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. He began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and sleep. He then said, "We'd expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carry it away. He was laid down at the dead end of the short pier-like structure. With the use of some potions, one of the tree creatures lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke, finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason the water no longer shifts colour. As I wander through the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn the language soon so that I may learn more from them. Now we're on to blue. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I've decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cirrus and Achenar will react to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind, as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers, and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Osmodian age. Cirrus has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay, though the idea unsettles me. I know the boys are growing up rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warned the boys not to take advantage of the respect of the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Coctic. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Cirrus and Achenar here. See Everdunes Journal for more information. After watching Cirrus and Achenar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again, and for a little longer. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but they are happy that Cirrus and Achenar are staying behind again. I have been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Cirrus and Achenar about Pran's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Cirrus and Achenar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent the entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and travelled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoy hearing them talk excitedly of their adventures, and I'm reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black I thought they were to various different colours. I have shown some of the creatures my journal, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humour. Even now, as I look through this very colourful journal, I can not help but laugh myself. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think over their request. I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Getting a cramp in my foot. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long I will be until I visit this age again. Okay. Okay, that's... Okay, but didn't I read one before? Unless, was there a book somewhere else? Like, where's the book about... Who's Pran? I don't know who that is. How long has this been here? Hold on. Did I just start a new game without loading? Hold on. Load this save. Oh yeah. Okay, that's what happened. I just hadn't saved. Okay. Tower rotation. Alright. There must be something around that... Tell me about... This is why I want to find that book. There was... No, not this one. The book had... It had that drawing of the piano. So they'll disappear. That entranceway will open. That'll close, but there's a fireplace. Hey, what's this? Oh. Okay. So I have to figure that out now. That'll be somewhere. One of the books had a drawing of it. Unless did I pick it up somewhere else? Okay. Fireplace. Tower. Rotation. Piano. Keys. I have to look that up. That. Where did I find that book? To take a note of. Okay. Book. Key. Nothing here. So, I'm going to assume that there is an opening somewhere in here. And when I turn the tower, it I have to just align them somehow. So I have to figure out why the tower has a book and key in it. So tower symbols. Tower symbols, book plus key. Now then. Does the fireplace shouldn't be there now. It is. Did I not find a book in here? Is it one of these ones? No. No. I've read that one. So like these seems like. So I've read that one, that one. No, I'll try to. Is it this one? Have I read this one? Yeah, I read this one. This is the one. Alright, there we are. Yeah, there was something. It's on its side, which is less than helpful. Okay. Du, 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 du. Okay, my drawing is my attempt to copy this down. I've drawn things slightly too large. One, two, three. Etc. etc. So this one is 5. This one is 1. This one is 4. This one is 2. this one is 3. Okay, I have that noted. I don't know if there was much else. Alright. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Now, have to see if there's anything else I can find that will make sense of stuff for me here. That's the cross. Aha! So these are all going to be... Yeah, they're all the symbols from the book of the different stars. I think this is the observatory. Oh, I need a date. So what okay, hold on. Let's see which one that is. That is... Can I see... No. Is that one? Oh. Oh, great. Do I have to have a look, see if there's a date written on anything? No. God, last time I played Myst, I got further than this. Ah. That's... Lookout. I can't make out any details on that. Right, let's have a look at the ship here. Is there anything... No. I haven't really gone over here to have a look at this thing because I've heard... Right, so there's the area underground which is for powering this thing up. nothing yet. Right, am I was like trying to figure out what the puzzles even are. Never mind work out the solutions to them. I should turn that one off just so that you might I might forget later on. Okay, let's have a look. Right, power to spaceship. Generator switches. Alright, let's just make a note of this. Just power to spaceship, and then generator switches. Okay. Can't remember if it was written down. Anything about the generators? Was that marked down somewhere? Unless, am I trying to get to 100? Am I trying to get to a number? So I have 10, 7, 8, 16, 5, 1, 2, 22, 19, and 9. So I'm trying to add those together in a certain way. That's 11, 9, 30, 14, I think they all add together to be 99. I don't think they add up to be 100. Right. I think one of the issues I have with at least this version of Myst is like because it's a slideshow kind of presentation. I feel like I'm not getting immediate feedback on stuff that I'm attempting, which I kind of need. Like, it really shouldn't be taking this long to load. It's a game from PlayStation 1 running on PlayStation 5. Like, really, it should just be. Yeah, there's like this. I feel like should be. I should have seen around somewhere. Oh, is this maybe? Let's have a look. Okay. Is this the hour hand? So, okay. God, this is. This is the problem. I just feel like I'm not getting. I feel like I'm not getting immediate feedback on stuff, which is a bit of a problem. Right, let's see. Am I seeing any numbers appearing anywhere? So they talked about Pran, but I don't. Okay, so let's just check and see. So, the journal colors. Because this might be a thing, who knows? Goes from black to. What is that, like pinkish? Purpley pink? Pinkish? Blue? Green. And is that back to black? Oh, blue, black. Pink, red. Blue. Green. It's not, this might not mean anything at all. Okay. Oh yeah, I took note of those, but this, was there something I wanted to take note of in this one? There was something I wanted to go back to. I think it was... this one. Which one was the story about? Oh no, that is the one I wanted to read. I clicked out by mistake. Nope, I want to look at you. Right. Okay. So lookout post on the east. Stuff is starting to... Right, so if I... Wait, what? What's... Aha. What is that? We'll have a look now. Okay. Aha. Something has changed. So That's the rocket. I'm not getting anything there. Aha! 59 volts. So I need to add up 59, which is doable. Oh yeah. It is so nice when you make like a little bit of progress. I kind of remember this being like Myst is just like you're presented with a load of puzzles in one go, but you just have to solve them one at a time. One will lead to the next. And it can be overwhelming at the beginning as you try to figure out where you're actually meant to go. Alright, so let's see. So 8 plus 22 is 30. Plus 10 is 40. So I need another 19. Plus 19. 19 is there. So 8 plus 22 plus 10 plus 19 should get me to 59 volts. So that is... So I need 1, 3, 8, and 9. This is why you write all this stuff down. I'm trying to keep all this stuff in your head. I wonder, before I go, if I... Yeah. That can't be the only place that has... If I got to there... Just on the off chance that... So it is entirely possible that the tower rotation is just for solving the puzzle of how to power the spaceship. But I do have issues with, like, you have the clock tower, you can put the time into the clock tower. I have no idea what time it's supposed to be. You have that cabin where you have the safe and everything. No idea what that's supposed to be. So let's see. There's cabin has like a steam thing and a 3-digit save. There's the fireplace with the dots. Like a lot of little things too. That's not looking... No. So we're going to head to the power generators now and just see what happens if we put in 59 volts. The thing about Myst as well, this is just like one area. Like they're talking about like, oh, the Channelwood Age and the Clockwork Age. Like as far as I'm aware, you go to those. Like the whole thing is like, yeah, just have to solve puzzles in every single age, try and figure out the story. Ugh. I don't know what the deal with these switches is. We'll find out. Okay. 1, 3, 8, 9. I didn't get an immediate reaction. This does not fill me with confidence. But doesn't mean anything. It could just be a way to stop you from trying to brute force the problem. Oh, this is a bit frustrating. Maybe I was supposed to leave it on the... What do you call it? Leave it looking at the spaceship.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library. and place them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, wait. And erase this message after you viewed it, just to be safe.
So access key is... rotation. Okay. Oh no, wait, no. Something I wanted to check. I wanted to have a look at this. No, it didn't have. Remember the tower rotation. What about tower rotation was... Alright, is there... Okay. I don't know. I remember it saying the story about like people coming from the east. I don't know if it's this world that was a thing. Alright, let's have a look. So that's looking at... So the book is what the thing is looking at. And the key is something... Okay, so one of the things I've realized is I have power, but I don't have power to spaceship. I just realized that. Do I have to figure out, like, how do you get power to the spaceship? Unless, do I have to keep this pointed at the spaceship? I do remember doing better the last time I played this. But I think it was the version I bought off GOG, which I think might have didn't run like this. As far as I recall, it wasn't image by image. I'm not sure. What is a fireplace supposed to do? Like, what's... Is it possible that I'm seeing answers to puzzles that are going to appear elsewhere? Didn't... At some point... Like, what? Is there a button that I'm supposed to be able to press that turns on the power to the spaceship? Oh, this is... Really, they should have updated this just to make it run a bit faster. Like, this is unnecessary. It doesn't need to be running this slowly. So why is... Power to switch it. Generator switches. Why is it not turning on? Like really, these puzzles should be self-contained. God, it runs so slowly. It is insane. Like, why is this, like... No, I didn't want to do... Ah, yeah. This fucking thing. I remember this. This is the problem. Why is this not working? I don't quite get what's happening here. Huh. Don't want to start messing with this because, like, I don't know. Like, what am I meant to be doing? So maybe if I head back in and... Like, because it's the slideshow shit just means that it's difficult to just get immediate feedback on a puzzle to find out, like, have I done the right thing? Why does it run so poorly? Why has it not been optimized? Like, I played this game in the mid-90s. I played this game like 30 years ago. Like, this could be made to run better. No, I didn't want to fucking do this. Why? Like, why is it this big loading screen for an image on a PlayStation 5? But I want... Right, so I know that the thing is just here. The, what do you call it? Clock tower is around there. Ah, now it appears on the map. I didn't notice that. Okay, yeah. Seven, 2, 4. Okay. 7, 2, 4. I remember this tree. I had to look up how to deal with this tree last time I played because it's tricky. I can't remember if the COG game is actually like more of a... I think it... I might have made... I might have played like a remastered version where you're more... that might be why I remember it being like you're more free to walk around. Right. No, not there yet. So I'm not a fan of like if there's like the when you're in the area with the burnt library and you can open up the place and you go down to the lift that brings you up to the tower. If there is nothing in the path from the library to that lift, I don't know why I have to click through so many screens. Like, it's just... it's just so slow. 724. No, I'm... No! Oh, fucking Christ, I'm on the next one! Come on, I'm over here. Oh. I had to actually open that. What is this? It's a match. Oh, I have to... I'll light this. So like a pilot flame underneath. Where else would I light? Oh wait, no. Do I have to light a match in the fireplace? Maybe. Will stop me from getting in. Oh wait, no. Do I have to light the match? Is the match lit already? For fuck's sake. It just seems like there are unnecessary steps. Where else? If I needed to use a match somewhere, where else would I use it? Really shouldn't be taking this long to load. Come on, come on, come on. No, you... Do I need to click on the side of it? I do. Hold on a second. Alright. Alright, I have to leave. Fucking... Come on. Okay. Okay, now... The problem now is because of this, like, it's so difficult to actually get things to work properly. Alright. Come on. No, you stupid fuck. Fucking Christ! Stop! Like, I want you to go up. How the like, this is what's wrong. Like, the fucking... the tiny little thing you just have to click in between the trees. It's like, no, just put the fucking entrance there. Just put it right there. Don't make it a fucking pixel hunt. Like, your puzzles are hard enough as it is. Don't make the fucking pixel hunt. That's stupid. It's just frustrating. Failing it because the game's just turning you to the wrong fucking angle. What's this one? This is the... This is the one with the monkey people. Did I just come from here? Who can tell? Let's have a look at this windmill, if we can get to it. I didn't want to turn around, I wanted to go forward. Have I changed anything here? Follow the pipe. Splits now. Alright, so that seems to be stuck. Unless maybe there's something I missed here. Aha! Yeah, part of the problem is that some of this stuff is very just muddy. So I can't tell what I'm looking at there. What's going left? What's over here? I don't want you to turn around. I want you to... I don't think there's anything over here. Is there? Right, so that's a dead end, so it doesn't need to go there. Twist that. And I think I can go over to that one there. Aha! Well, we're not meeting any monkey people, are we? They're hiding from us. Did it go up automatically? Is this... maybe it needs power of its own. Huh. Hold on a second now. This is... I'm gonna have to think about this one. So this can get water from two separate places. going over there. Can it get water from over here as well? No, there's nothing here, so that water... So I need to go that way. I don't know where I'm going anymore. So I can send it this way, but I can't get a... If I stop sending water that way, will it... Will the bridge close? Alright, so this one I can get to anyway. So I can likely just send water this way. The only problem is in trying to keep track of where I am and what I've done. So there is power getting to this one now, I think. Come on. I don't get it. Part of the problem is that the slideshow thing and the really long load times means that I have a difficult time really keeping track of puzzles. Okay, that seems to be still fine. So they only needed water in order to raise the bridge. And they need the water to maintain the bridge. This should be getting water now. Okay, I don't... I don't... Okay. Alright, do I have to fucking go all the way back here and follow the water again just to see where it's actually going and coming from? Okay, needs to be going right here. Which it isn't. Alright, please tell me it's working now. There we go. Myst. Is this going to send me to another world? Huh. Oh, I'm back here. Wait, is there something there? No. Uh... Did I do something? I don't seem to get any benefit out of that at all. I just walked through there. Did I set anything in motion? Do I have to go back there again? I mean, I didn't find anything that I can use to solve any problems here. I'm going to go back again and just see. Maybe it was the other path I was supposed to take that would get me something. Unless maybe I should look at the tower rotation. If I head back there again. You know this? I've never tried this button. Alright. Alright, let's have a look. See. Actually, no. Did I? Okay. It does something. Hold on a second. Let's have a look. Jesus. Alright, I have no idea. If I send the water the other way, because there was another path, and perhaps I just missed it. Yeah, like this. It seems like if I turn this the other way, surely it should do something. Yeah. But why is that not up? Why is that not opening? I cannot see what it is. Alright, if I go this way. If I head back up to where that book was. So just have another look around, see if there's anything. Well, nothing here. Let's see what this could be. Is that all that's in here? It's the book. There's nothing else. Any hint in this? This just seems to be this thing spinning and spinning and spinning. And I look up at the six-sided. Right. Is there anything else on here? No. No. Don't even have anything for here. Alright, let's have a look through these books again, just... this might be through very many. People City... People... crescent moon with a cross. Lamp. That's not here. No, I've already looked through this one. There was something about constellations. He said something about finding a place where he named the constellations. Was it the Channel one? Or was it the one with... No. Anything...
Live.
No. Cross... Yeah, what's it? Something about waters. No. Now I am lost. Like, it sent me to that Channelwood Age, but like I couldn't get past anything. I couldn't get onto the other pulley, lift pulley thing. But part of that is just like I have no idea what I'm looking at. It's just so muddy. The textures are kind of muddy, so I couldn't really tell what it was I was looking at. I'm looking for there? Don't know what those switches do. The rest of... Okay, let's have a look at... Right, so there's power coming from this. Or there's supposed to be power coming from this. Going to... Uh-huh. This. What's this here? Aha. Right. Is there something wrong here? No, see, like, this is just what I'm... So that should be fine. Okay. Hold on. Why is that not working? Is there something else here I should be able to interact with? Put this back up. Why is that not working? Why did they send me to the trees place and then I got nothing out of it? I just walked through it. Why are these not working? What's... $59 volts. missing something? Unless maybe... Okay. Okay, now there's 59 going out. Did I just have to flip both those switches? Let's go check the spaceship, see what's going on. There we go. What else is there? Aha! This is why. This is why you write stuff down. Okay, where did I write that down? Alright, it's... this one. This one. This one. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. It's... this one. No, for fuck's sake. No, that's not the one I've got the fucking finger on, is it? Oh, for fuck's sake. That one. Nope. It's this one. This one. That one. Okay, I don't know what this does. Oh, do I have to... okay, the first one is... alright, that's the first one. See, this is the thing, where I have to play a note and then go back. I have to play a note and then go back and check it, but like, it takes such a long time to load in between them that I can't remember what the note is. Alright, so 2 is this one. I think that's it. Like, the controls are really finicky. Number 3 is this one. Is it around there? That might not be quite right. I don't remember getting as far as this one. Imagine if you're imagine trying to do this if you were tone deaf. Yeah, that sounds about right. 3, I'm not too gone on, but 4, 1 and 4, I think I have right. Alright, I have to double check these. That is not quite right. Alright, so number 1 is that's 5. Alright, so number 2. No, I think this might be a bit. Slightly off. Jesus Christ. If they were right next to each other, it'd be one thing, but having to go through like 3 separate screens, loading times, and finicky controls, like that's killing me. Yeah, that sounds better. I'm kind of satisfied with 1 and 3, 4 and 5, 2, 4 and 5. I need to have a look at it again. No, that sounds right. So 1, 3, and 4 I'm happy with. Let's go back over 5. Yes. That sounds about right. So number 2. Need to go back over number 2. This is the most convoluted way to work a spaceship, I'll be honest with you. There we go. What is this? That was frustrating, to say the least. Where are we now? Oh, this is place with the huh? Okay, I'll find this elsewhere. I'm still confused about the what do you call it? Channel woods. Like why it sent me there and I didn't get anything from there. Okay, that must have done something. Okay. Hey, does this go down? Or am I going up? Alright, now what? Now we're someplace else and I need to be taking down more notes or... Okay. Up there, that. So, am I supposed to... Okay. So, let me just see. I have 5 symbols, and I think I'm meant to figure out the number for each one of them. So the first one is water with drops, followed by... Oh, that's the steam coming up out of the ground. Followed by... like a clock. Followed by... it's like a tower or something like that. Followed by... fountain of water or something like that come out. And then they're each going to have a number. So... but I just have to figure out where they actually are. So I won't know the number until... if I go out there without the light on too. Is there... no, I thought there might be like some thing that only shows up in the dark. Alright, so... this one is the... beside the vase on the hill. So I guess that's what I'm doing now, is I'm just looking for these symbols around the place. This is a different vase on a hill. These are the spikes. So what is this? What symbol is this? Ah, it's like an obelisk. Spiky area. Look what I found. Actually, can I do anything here? And it's kind of like a hollow wind sound. Plus waves, maybe? So I noticed that there were... how do I get out of here? The door that I tried to open previously had... like you, it seems like you put these sounds in order. clock tower. Ticking and chime. Okay. Why can I click on them? Is this... Yeah, that's the one I'm trying to open. If I get up here, remind me what this is. Oh, this, yeah, this is like a furnace area. Fire. So now I just need to find the last one, which is the dripping water. No, I didn't want to go there. I wanted to head over here. Up here. This is... Among the trees, there's running water. Okay. I don't know what this is. Alright, how did I... No, not that way. This way. Alright. See if I have this right. I might not. Okay. You are among the trees. Can I see them from here? Yeah, you're over. There somewhere. Man, God, you can't see anything here. You are there. You are there. You are around there. Jesus Christ, stop. And you are over there. Okay, what's it doing? I'll have to check these again. Let's try that again as well. Do you just have to get like perfectly clear sounds? This one. Okay. The problem is that with some of these you don't get immediate feedback. So it's hard to tell if I have solved a puzzle or if that is helping me solve a puzzle. Because it might be that it's telling me the order in which to put things in at the door. I don't know why you press on those to light them up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's number one. Number two is the running water. Yeah, number three is whatever it is. Number four is the fire, which is there. Number five is the that. That I think. There we go. See? Not just a pretty face. What even is this? I guess so. Okay. Oh, this one's gonna be longer and more convoluted than I thought. Is this bringing me back to where I came from? Hmm. You know, there was a map. Wait, no, that was north. I can head north. I can keep going north. What does that mean? What do those plicks and plucks mean? Oh yeah. Southeast. Oh, god damn it. What is it? What does that mean? Should I have been drawing some sort of map this entire time to try and figure out? What does that mean? It keeps making this noise, but I don't know what it means. So southeast, which means I was going northwest. That's where I came from. Ugh. No, no. How? Oh, Christ. I don't like that the fucking... The clicky icon doesn't... It covers something next to the thing you want to click. Alright. East. How do I get out of here? That's where I came from. That's not where I came from. Please tell me that means that this is the end of the line. Keeps giving me these auditory cues, but I don't understand them. So southeast is where I came from. Like, if I head back here... What's going on? does that mean? Okay. There has to be something somewhere to make sense of like how you're meant to navigate this area. Is there... I go ahead a bit here and then turn. Hold on. Does this mean anything? What's that symbol? I might be overthinking things now. But it is hard to... try to figure out. Let's have a look. Is there anything around here? No, it cannot. Can't figure out what this one is. What could it be? Like, should I have taken note of the layout of... No, no, because the map was of the island with the... was it this island? No. The map was of the island that the Will and Emmett, or whatever their names were, the stone ship place. I don't remember what you call this one. This one has... Okay, so I just need to make a note of the nodes. You're traveling from one node to the next, so I just need to make a note and see if I can work out some sort of map. But I can't figure out like how... what do the noises mean? Every time sometimes when you stop at a place it makes a different noise. If you're like dink, or you're sprunk, or whatever else they are. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out. And why does it let me walk around this thing? I cannot see anything. Is there anything relevant here? I've taken a note of this pattern. Orange, yellow, green, yellow, 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 yellow. I don't see anything else here that is seemingly relevant. Right, I am going to leave it there anyway, because like that's far enough, and this next part is going to be kind of tedious. It's going to be like a trial and error thing I'm going to have to try. So that'll do for today. We've made some progress. So, Shade, and bye bye.